Hello. So, I'm guessing that a year ago, if someone had started a children's sermon with headphones on, it might not have seemed as normal as it does today. Headphones and earbuds are very commonplace around our house, whether the kids have been distance learning and trying to keep each other blocked out, or the noise of the house blocked out, or really focus on what they're doing. You see a lot of these. My husband, Brian, wears these, again, to focus. These are tricky for me because sometimes I don't know that he has them in, and I will talk for 5 minutes before I realize that no one's listening to me. And sometimes when my kids have these on, they are so hyper-focused on what they're listening to that I've stood across the kitchen island and done a dance and waved and done all kinds of things to get their attention, and I'm just inches from their face and they don't know that I'm there. So I thought that I would bring these things just as a sort of prop today to start a discussion about listening and hearing, because Pastor Chris sent me the scriptures for today. They're from the book of Mark in the Bible, which is in the New Testament, which means after Jesus was born. And the story actually has Jesus in it. And it's a lot to explain, but near the end of the story, there's a woman and she asks Jesus for help. And Jesus kind of pushes her off and says that he isn't going to help her that day. And she respectfully asks again and says some more to him. And he hears what she says, he listens, and he changes his mind. And in our world today, I think that this lesson really speaks to a lot of things, but mostly it's that a lot of times when we make up our mind about something, I don't know if you ever feel like sometimes when you're asking your parents for permission to do something, or talking to a sibling and saying, can I borrow your favorite such and such? Oftentimes Tien, my daughter, will say, I know you've already made up your mind, or I know you don't want to hear it. And that's the way she'll start her argument to me about what she would like to do. And I think that, that's really true. Sometimes we're just so sure about the decision that we've already made that we stop listening to what someone has to say that might be contrary to that. And it is almost like we have headphones on, or we have earphones on, and earbuds, sorry, and we just are so focused on our own thought that we can't hear anything else. And I think that these stories that Jesus, about Jesus, that are shared in the Gospels, this is in the Gospel of Mark, for me, I think this story is shared so that we can see that Jesus sometimes could listen and change his mind, or that maybe he's trying to show us that the importance of listening and the importance of hearing others. At least that's what I took away from the end of this scripture. And I think that in today's world, with all that's going on and the changes, that listening has just become such an important thing, more important than ever. So I will challenge you to not only listen, but to hear when someone has an opinion other than yourself. And it doesn't mean that you have to change it, but it's respectful to listen and to acknowledge that they're talking, right? So I hope you have a great week. It's gonna be really cold. Maybe you'll wear some ear muffs when you go outside. And I'll see you soon. Bye.